Here on Eurosport 1, a session to savour.
Thank you. Frame 17. Ding Junhui to break.
Ding Junhui needs 4 frames. Liang Wenbo needs 6. The prize, a quarter-final showdown with the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, that's not bad for a starter. Nearly left the red on, but he's got the snooker. It's 20 to 10 in the evening in China, watching this. I wonder how many's watching,
Foul.
Phil.
And a miss. Ding Junhui 4.
Well in excess of 100 million, and maybe a lot more than that. So no pressure, guys.
Well, I'm not sure whether this is true, but when Ding was in the final last year against Mark Selby, I got told it was 138 million for watching the final, which is incredible.
This way?
Might have even been more.
Can't see.
But these 2 frames, first 2 frames, well, they could make the difference in this match.
Well, if anything, Liang Wenbo's making life harder for himself here. I think that cue ball wasn't so tight behind the green.
Just avoided the pink, and it's not touching either. Of course, if it had been, that'd have been easier for Ding. Just going to clip off this red, take the cue ball back into bulk. Did he hit that? Did he hit that?
I've seen the red rock.
Oh.
I've seen his rock. No?
Well, Ding thinks he missed it, and Olivier thinks he hit it. So Ding's trying to own up to a...
I've seen the red rock.
Ah.
I trust you.
Okay.
Ding said, I trust you.
Yeah, for me it rocked.
Yeah, well, Olivier is on the money there. It did move.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Well spotted, sir.
The final session of one of the most important matches these 2 players have ever contested, and they're both falling over it themselves to help the other out.
Well, although he went for that one, of course, he hasn't left Ding anything on. But like I said, the first couple of frames here in this final session, very important indeed. It's funny that, wasn't it? Ding missed that on the red, and he's right behind the shot, Phil, but Olivier stood behind him, saw it. Played so well last evening, Liang, to get himself back into this match. Could have easily just run away from him, but he stuck in there. It's a pity he didn't knock that pink in the 12th frame, pink and black for 143. I mean, that could stand, or would have stood. Might cost him £10,000, we shall see. But I think with the longer matches, we've got a very good chance of somebody making a maximum this year. I hope so. That'd be nice. Well, that's not bad. Well, he snookered here. Might be an attempt at a 2 cushion escape, unless he wants to drop on one. tell you what, though, Phil, what a reception for Roy McLeod. That was tremendous, wasn't it? It just shows you what one win does, doesn't it? Against the pre-tournament favourite, or one of the pre-tournament favourites. Everybody putting their hands up to him to say, well done, really.
Yes, in my opinion, probably the second biggest upset in the 40-year history of this tournament, after Steve Davis's 10-1 demise at the hands of Tony Knowles when he was defending champion back in 1982. That's going to take some beating.
Miss.
Well,
Junhui 4.
he's missed that by a fraction, and I think it'll go back. I think probably there's a fraction more to the left, yeah. Caught it too full. That could be expensive. I'm not sure whether that red is occupying the blue spot, and Ding might try and nudge it off there, actually, because the blue would go onto the black spot. Just tie things up at this end a little. Oh, you've got to get the red first.
The final session, and it's bound to be filled with tension, nerves. So much at stake. Ding Junhui chasing his first world title, as is Liang, of course. Ronnie O'Sullivan awaiting the winner.
Well, I think this red just about goes. Well, Ding had the initial chance.
One.
A good chance here for Liang to put the first frame of this session on the board and get closer to Ding Junhui. Might just play a little cannon into them here. Three reds together there, just catch the other two together on the right hand side. Middle one will be fine.
Seven.
Well, it was difficult, but he's took the red in the corner of the pocket. That's why he's caught the red on the side cushion.
That's always the danger when you're queuing down. Butt of the cue raise, that you overcut the ball. And he did hit it thin, but it went in, and so is the pink.
Well, that's a great recovery pot there.
$14.
Just wonder if you can get over that red near the black spot, actually. That would help. Get rid of that one. Oh, he's on the red. What am I talking about? Just spotted the pink. So, get himself back under the pink to the centre. What day are we into, Phil?
15.
I've lost count, but we reach the halfway stage tomorrow. Will that do?
No, you've chickened out there, I'm sorry.
Well, as far as I'm aware, it's the 8th day. We've had 7 and a bit days of thoroughly entertaining snooker.
Well, he's on the red, but unfortunately he's put the black safe, but it doesn't really matter.
20.
Pink and blue available. It's all about putting frames on the board at the moment, and that, it doesn't really matter how that happens.
$21.
Well, it was a decent cannon. It's gone slightly wrong. Okay, he's got this one on the
26.
right-hand side, but he's slightly hampered. See what he was trying to do was push reds towards corner pockets. But well, this one is not guaranteed. Going back down for the blue, though. Well done.
27.
Well, he's landed a little bit straight on the blue here. Seems that he can get to this one then. And then the corner
32.
pocket. Well, once again, what a recovery pot that is, and just flipped open those other two reds as well. I think both of these might go. Just come down the right-hand side of the table here. Leave himself at least on the left-hand red.
$38.
Well, you can see the both go, but he can just punch the cue ball out for the pink to the middle here. It might just come straight back, actually, off the side cushion.
$39.
Well, not clever. Still has the pink to the middle pocket. Wow, that is brilliant, but I don't think he's on one. That really deserved more. Played it with pace off two cushions.
45.
No, that's unlucky. He was on the red, so the cue ball just tucked itself in behind the black. I think it's going to have to be a safety, though.
Liang Wenbo, 45.
Yes, good break of 45 from Liang. Unlucky to see it ended there. Great effort to split the reds. 37 in front.
Well, he was taking the opportunity to take another red off the cushion, but didn't want to hit the brown on the way down. He's left a couple of pots on here for Liang to get back in. And I think, as we know him, Phil, he'll be taking one of these on. Doesn't shy away from these.
And he's a great long potter ordinarily.
Looking to hold for the blue here. Looks good. Oh, well played. Well, it looks like he's on the money.
Six. Seven.
Well, he's underhit that. I think he played on the pink to the corner. Could have easily just played on the pink to the centre. Didn't have to go that far up the table. Slightly out of position. Looking for the middle once more. He's not one of these in already. Not this time.
Liang Wenbo,
Oh, he's left things on as well. Well, it was a poor red, really, positionally. And Ding's got the chance here to open up the black as we watch the replay. It's just too low. Yeah, Ding's got the angle just to nudge the red away from the black.
Thank you.
Well, it's been all Liang Wenbo in this frame so far. From this position, you've got to say that Ding has just gone favourite. Little tricky red on the left-hand side there, but not a real problem to these boys.
Eight. Nine.
Just overdone that slightly. Played on the blue. Could play the yellow. Might just float the blue in. He's looking at the pink to go around the angles. Well, playing the pink, he could land on the red on the left-hand side, even on the one above the black. Oh, that is, well, it needs to slow down. Still on the red, but this one is much tougher.
15.
Well, he didn't play on this one. He played on the one there, the black. He'll be disappointed with the finish and doesn't fancy it. Don't blame him, 29 points behind. The difference between 10-7 and 9-8.
Junhui, 15.
Well, 15. Could have been more.
29 the difference in Liang's favour, but still 59 on the table.
Well, there's a couple of tempters here on either side of the table, but obviously from distance. Yeah, he's not interested. Understandable. Well, nearly found his way into the pocket as it sort of flicked the black on the way through. But I think this red is on. I think it's definitely possible here for Liang. Once more, a chance to get in and wrap up this opening frame. Again, not interested. That's interesting, Phil.
He hasn't played a great safety. 4-ball kiss on the yellow. Four-ball kiss anyway. It was the blue he hit, but Ding can get his hand on the table here. Both players acutely aware of the significance of this frame. Ding looking for a bit of breathing space at 10-7. Having led 6-2, of course, after the first session. Liang looking to be snapping at his heels at 9-8.
Well, hang on. He needs that to slow down. Well, that's the worst possible finish. That's a little bit careless, to be honest, from Ding Junhui.
So what an opportunity for Liang. Ding visibly frustrated, and no wonder.
Well, I bet he wishes he could have that one back, because he would have played it differently now. Another red and colour needed after this black. 4-9-8. Done well there to keep his concentration. A lot of applause from the other table.
9.
Just needs the black. Well, that attempted safety from Ding Junhui and that red finding its way over the corner pocket has cost him this frame. Well, there's no doubt Phil, he looks up for the fight.
Yes, he's played some top draw snooker since that rather forgettable first session when he was
24.
well outplayed by Ding Junhui, but the momentum has shifted since then. Ding furious with himself at the poor safety. And when Liang's got his eye in, as he's already shown this afternoon, he can be deadly. A battle royale in the offing here.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed with the safety, Phil, because of the point that you made, good point you made, that 10-7 just gives Ding a little bit of a buffer, doesn't it? But he hasn't got it now. It's game on.
33. Thank you. 36. 40.
Well, Ding looks relaxed in his chair there. Looks as though he's ready for a snooze. But I suspect inwardly he's feeling a bit of tension.
45.
He knows that Liang is playing very well. And this match is far from over.
51.
A very composed clearance of 58 from Liang Wenbo to close to within a single frame of Ding at 9-8 down. Junhui, at one stage it was 4 in the first session. Ding made a couple of centuries then. Liang fighting back hard last night to get to within 2. Now he's just 1 behind. 13, of course, is the target. Ronnie O'Sullivan awaits the winner.
He'd love this one as well. Square things up. That's not bad, is it? 92 and 90. And those are high as well. Good safety there from Ding Junhui. Look out for pace.
Just 1 red left on the table, on table 2, by the way. And just 2 points between Stephen Maguire and Rory McLeod in the first frame. Coverage continues on Eurosport 2.
Well, I do believe Liang's thinking about taking this red on to the corner, the one that's near the blue. Get himself on to the black, but just a minute thinking time. Well, just these options. Might still play the pot. Change his mind. He's quite restrained actually in the last frame. He refused 1 or 2 pots, decided to play the safety. Done the same here, and he's played it quite well. Can't see Ding taking on the red to the corner here. He'll just wait.
Ding was a long way off. He's left Liang Wenbo an easy starter. Not often you see Ding Junhui miss a pot by that distance. It wasn't easy, clearly. But I think that rather betrays a few nerves, and they're entirely understandable.
6.
Never nice when your opponent is coming back at you in the way Liang has, since Ding dominated the first session. Watching that lead slowly evaporate. And it could disappear altogether if Liang can make something big here.
Thank you. Thank you. 7. $14. 15. 22. 23.
30. Start here for Liang Wenbo in this final session. Just what he wanted, actually.
31.
Now back again off the side cushion. Well, he's playing with topspin around this red here, I think.
$38.
Well, he wants this, and it does make a difference, Phil, when you've lifted your first trophy as well, which he did in Manchester in October.
39.
Yes, I'm sure that's given him added self-belief when it comes to the big matches like this one. But he's had a real spring in his step, has Liang, ever since the second session got underway. Had a lot of work to do to get back into the match. Not feeling A1, clearly. But he's taken the game to Ding. And he can be intimidating with his style of play, because he goes for shots that some players wouldn't, and he often gets them. And that can be scary if you're sitting in your chair watching.
47.
Bit to do here, though, to get onto the next red. I think the red, just this side of the pink, is available. So between the brown and the yellow, down the left-hand side. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well played.
52.
Well, you can stun through the gap, the pink or the blue. Oh, well, that will do.
53.
Nice cannon.
Stephen Maguire has taken the opening frame against Rory McLeod. And look at that. Well, the first two sessions of a best of 25 frame match
59.
involves a lot of jostling for position. But this is the money session. This
60.
is where it all counts. Who can handle the occasion the better. At the moment, Liang looks very determined to get it done.
$66.
And Ding Junhui might be a little concerned at what he's seeing.
67.
Well, you talked about the money, Phil. They're guaranteed £25,000 to be in the last 16, but it goes up to 37,500 to be in the quarterfinals.
74.
That's a big jump.
75.
Of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan already there in the quarters, having beaten Sean Murphy this morning 13-7. It's landed a little bit awkward, but it doesn't matter, the damage is done.
82.
Well played. Yeah, like I said, he's on it here.
83.
We have a match on our hands.
$90. 91. $98.
Well, hopefully he can knock this red in, get himself onto a colour. Concerned for that man. Oh, he's missed it, I think.
No matter, a break of 98. The firecracker is generating some heat here at the Crucible. It's all square. Well, look at the contrasting body language there. Liang Wenbo ready to go. And Ding just looking a little bit concerned, having seen that 6-2 advantage disappear altogether. 9 frames all. Liang really has the bit between his teeth. He's played brilliantly, having been outplayed in the first session.
Frame 19.
And it's Ding now who needs to find an extra gear. They both need 4 frames for a place in the quarterfinals. Oh, that is outrageous.
Well, sometimes it's difficult to commentate on Liang because you never know what he's going to do. And that was one of those. Oh.
Well, a bit of luck to land on the black, but my goodness, did he earn it. What a red that was. And it just shows how confident he is now feeling.
Yeah, he's up for this big time.
There was a very significant moment, I thought, last night in the second session when Liang was on the cusp of closing to just 1 frame behind at 7-6 and missed the easiest of yellows. And that could have finished him off mentally. But instead, in the very next frame, he raked in a long red and made a frame-winning break. And that just shows the character that he possesses. The determination. 79 he made to close to within 2, but he sent a message to Ding that he was not going to go away. And now, with the chance to lead for the first time in the match.
$24. $25.
Cannon into them here would be nice, unless you've seen something in the middle of the pack. He's gone for the outside red. That needs to run on though. Oh no, he's got one in the middle of the pack there. My apologies. 4 reds, 4 blacks, Phil.
32.
He's on the right side of this red as well for another black. Yeah, have a rolling system as regards maximums on tour. On the main tour, it's £5,000 per tournament, and it was £35,000 in China, which Judd took away with his maximum there. So it's come back to 5,000 plus £10,000 for the high break. I think in some ways it would have been nice if that had rolled over into the World Championship. It would have been fitting. So because it would have been 40 plus 10.
Some more one, please.
Still great money.
Just the one perfect break on Liang Wenbo's CV. That was made 9 years ago at the now defunct Bahrain Championship, won by Neil Robertson. Was a ranking event.
Thank you. 39.
Maximum gone now,
40.
of course. He's not bothered about that. He comes around, fair enough, but he wants to put frames on the board. What a start this is.
As we know, his possible
47.
quarter-final opponent, Ronnie O'Sullivan, has been very much a mentor for Liang in the past season or so. They've become very close friends. We were speculating as to whether O'Sullivan had had the
48.
chance to speak to the Chinese after his disappointing first session against Ding. Well, he's a player transformed since then, whatever the reason.
Sure. 55.
Referee Olivier Martil, who officiated the final 2 seasons ago.
$56.
Little gentle cannon hit, just going to full-bodied on the red and the pink. Ding again, sat in his chair. Well, it might go to the middle. I think this is okay, actually. He was hoping that you push one towards a corner. Now,
61.
obviously, this is tight. And he's just at that stage where about to win the frame. Yeah, just caught the side of the red instead of full on. Now, does this go? No, he's playing the safety. He's playing hard match snooker here, Phil, isn't he? I mean, he's refused a lot of pots.
Yeah, he didn't refuse the opening red, though, does he? That was one of the most extraordinary pots of the tournament so far. And it's gone a long way to giving him a 10-9 lead, but he's not there yet. But Ding really under pressure now. His opponent is playing superb stuff. Snookered, as you can see, on all but 2 reds.
Yes, Ding just a little bit under the cosh here. Twice across, trying to get to the red on the top cushion. No, too wide.
Foul and a miss.
Well,
Liang Wenbo 7.
caught the black. The miss has been called, but there is a red to the middle here. He could have it put back, but there's also a chance to win the frame at this visit.
Back.
Well, yeah, he needs a couple of reds. He wants an easier one than that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Same again, I feel. Just the slight adjustment. This looks better. Well, he's gone the other side now.
Foul and a miss.
Oh, guess
Liang
what?
Wenbo 4.
Now then, he's going to be warned because he can see a red. That's second attempt, Phil, wasn't it? So there's 2 balls on here, so he's going to be warned this time. So we can't play that again. Oh, well, he shouldn't.
Okay. Liang, you sure? Yeah. You have to hit the ball on this time, otherwise you forfeit a frame.
Yes, he has been warned. He knows the rule. So the daft thing is he'll probably take the red on down the cushion, knock it in and clear up. Well, he's been a little bit fortunate there to land on top of the black. Otherwise, Liang would have been taking the red to the middle. And, of course, Liang's problem also is that red over the corner. Well, here we go again. 228 points for that reply. Ding's been a little bit fortunate there. If that cue ball was 2 inches either side of the black, then Liang would be taking one on. Well, I would suggest just come off the side cushion and drop on that red behind the black.
There are still 83 points there.
He'd love to have a go at the red into the middle, but he can't really with that one over the corner. Left-hand cushion, dead weight on the red behind the black. Don't think he's thought of that yet. There is another shot on here, if you can see enough of the red. The one, let's look at the one near the pink. You could just stun him behind the pink there, push the red up the table. But with that, there's a possibility he might leave this red on the right-hand side. Well, it's over a minute and a half now thinking about it. He wants to take this red on. I think he's still thinking about it. Oh, this is massive. He's got it, you know, has he? Oh, no, it's caught the near knuckle. I thought he got it at first there. Well, perhaps he should have played something else.
Well, the good news for Liang is that that red that he attempted has gone into quite a safe position, which might provide some insurance should Ding get in and make a break here. Perilously close to touching the ball close to his waistcoat.
1.
He has the chance to get right back into this frame.
Well, he's broken that 228-point barrage from Liang. But he's barely had a look in so far this afternoon.
That's nice, because he's just opened them up a little bit more.
6.
He'll hold for the pink here. And the way these are set,
7.
it's all about that red on the side cushion you just mentioned about, Phil. But if he gets right in behind it and gets onto a book colour, just sort these out first.
13.
Frames like these
14.
somehow always feel that little bit more significant when one player gets a long way ahead and then the other has the potential to steal it. These are the frames that tend
21.
to linger in the mind of whoever ends up losing side.
22.
But this will be an interesting gauge of just how Ding is feeling right now, because there's huge pressure on every one of these balls. Might look pretty straightforward, but it isn't.
29.
No, and 2 tricky reds to come after this one. Okay, the
30.
one on the top cushion is just slightly off the cushion, but yeah, we know what they're like going down the rails. Well, he's cannoned it. Oh, no, then hang on. He's got a good angle here to possibly pot this one and try and nudge the other one off the cushion. Could have done with the white another couple of inches up the table. I'm not sure from there they might play the cannon. 35 behind with 43 at the table. I just wonder whether he might take a risk and try and get the cannon. Well, it's topspin, so he's not playing the cannon. But this is no gimme. It's what we call a blind pocket. Your vision's going away from the pocket. He's got it, though. Well played.
38.
Well, he's going to have to do something with the cue ball here. Around the houses. He might need to just catch the cushion before the pocket. Well, the pink could be in the way here. Or the black. But at least he didn't go in off.
42.
He's back in this frame, Ding Junhui, but he needs to play a good safety now.
Steve Maguire, meanwhile, doubles his lead to 2-0 over Rory McLeod. Eurosport 2 for that one. Liang trying to get ahead for the first time since they broke off in the first frame.
Ding Junhui, 42.
Ding then back in the frame. 30 between them, 35 there.
No, it's not bad.
Thank you. Steve Maguire.
Well, it's a big target to get in behind with the brown, the black and the blue there in the middle of the table. He's got the snooker. It's not difficult to hit off the side cushion, but as always, you have to get it safe because there isn't a difficult ball on the table here. And Ding Junhui is only 30 points behind. This could be really important. Do you know he's nearly got one back? Not quite the snooker, but I think he'll settle for that. I think Ding can actually get through to this, to pot it. Yes, the thing is, will he take it on? Perhaps not. I think this red up and down here, he'll just wait. He's gone the other way, which is fair enough. I didn't think he'd take the pot on at this stage because it could have rattled and finished up over the other corner. So he's going to wait for the concrete opening. He's only 30 behind, with 35 on. And he's seen Liang Wenbo take the first two frames of this final session. Hang on. Oh, has it run far enough? I think it has. Yeah, he's got the snooker. Well, I suppose he deserves a little bit of running, because Ding got away one early on in the frame where he left the white over the black, and if he hadn't have done that, then Liang might have just knocked the red in the middle and it was frame over. But this 19th frame could still go either way. Now, can he get this red safe? Might even pot it to the corner. Oh, he's played off the knuckle. Oh, that's clever. Look just look where that's finished. That's a bit of a result. I wonder what he was playing there for a minute.
Unorthodox, but effective.
Foul and a miss. Junhui four.
That's going back, I think.
Yes, missed
I
by
needed just to
the
reach
proverbial
spot on.
coat of paint. Could not have got any closer. So, most minute of adjustments required with Liang's second attempt. He just looks as though he's thoroughly relishing this battle, though, Liang. He looks as though he's enjoying it. There's a lot of tension out there, a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
a lot at stake, but
Thank you.
his whole demeanour suggests he's embracing it. And that's half the battle.
Foul and a miss.
Not
Think
quite
Junhui
so
four.
close this time.
And again.
Because he's snookered, of course, he can have as many goes as he likes, in theory, at this. And it'll keep going back. No risk of forfeiting the frame, because he can't see the red.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just trying to gently nudge the red here, not leave it on. It's a better angle. Yep, well played. And he also caught the right side of the red as well. He could have pushed it on and left it possibly to the green pocket, but he's played it well. Well, there was 30 points in it. Now there's only 22. Yeah, pretty good. I think it looks about full ball. Will have to come off the left-hand cushion just beyond the middle pocket. And again, it's all about the contact here. Well, he's left it, but is there any percentage in taking this on? Might just play the safety or try and lay the snooker again. I think I'll just clip off this, pin the white down the table. If there was a colour hanging or something like that, you'd take the red on, but there isn't. Well, I'll be very surprised if he does. Yeah, that was the right thing to do. Looking for another snooker. Well, I think he's just about got it. Well, Liang can play cushion first here. Well, you can see it direct. this time he hasn't got the cover, and that red is slightly off the cushion. Now then, I wonder whether Ding will take this on, because it's not easy to play a safety shot. You might take this on. Not quite sure which was the harder pot, Phil, the last one or this one. Hang on.
One.
Well, a bonus, but hasn't really done him any favours.
Yes, not the most costly of flukes on the face of it. Ding 21 behind with colours remaining. What a big frame this is. Liang chasing his third on the bounce in this session,
Green ball.
and his fourth on the bounce in all.
Yeah, he's going to clip off the green here and try and lay the snooker behind the brown, black and the pink.
Junhui won.
Making sure that the green was still available, but he hadn't got the snooker.
Ding's turn to tap the table. That was a very good result for Liang. Too much side on the cue ball.
Foul and a miss. Liang Wenbo 4.
He'll be relieved that he didn't leave a free ball, which he might have done. But the margin for error for Ding is running out. And this is half a chance. It's frame ball. He's overcut it. Has he got the consolation prize? I don't think he has. A very lengthy frame by the standards of this match, which has been pretty brisk with all the heavy scoring. But what a crucial one. Ding overcuts the yellow into the opposite pocket. And he'll be pleased to see the cue ball land as close to the pink as it has. As you can see, awkward cueing. not have got closer. And that's now the problem for Ding. Getting so close to the pot, he's left it right over the jaws. So close to dropping. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot, because this is frame ball.
2.
That's all he needed to leave Ding requiring snookers. Liang is about to win 4 frames in a row, barring snookers. What a performance.
5.
6-2 down after the first session. Things were looking pretty bleak for the reigning English Open champion. But he's played some really wonderful snooker since then. So 30 the difference,
Wenbo,
which
5.
means there are 2 snookers required for Ding to tie.
Spider.
But it looks like 8 of the last 11 frames are going Liang's way.
I just think that if Ding gets a chance, he might pot the brown and try and lay the snookers on the blue. You can, well, you can get 1 on the brown and 1 on the blue to win.
Thank you.
There's one of them.
Thanks.
Amazing. Oh, what's he done here?
Ding Junhui 4.
Well, that's not bad luck, that's just a bad shot. It's given Ding a lifeline in this frame. Cue ball shouldn't have been anywhere near the pocket there.
Of course, the big question there now is, will Ding pot the brown and lay the snook on the blue, or go for the to force the respot? There's your answer.
4.
Still needs 1 snooker, of course.
1 snooker to win.
Well played. I mean, yeah, he should hit this up and down. It's a big target. As long as he doesn't catch the middle bump here, it should be okay. Yeah, it's well played. It was a big target going that way.
No snooker this time. Ding still needs 1 to turn this frame around, but if Liang can sink the blue, it should be 10-9 in his favour.
Yeah, and that's what he'll be trying to do here. Well, I'll give him the benefit there, because he missed it by that much. Very difficult, Phil, when you've got the other 2 colours in the middle of the table, isn't it? I mean, if the pink was near to the black spot, fair enough. But where they're situated, it's really nigh on impossible to get the snooker. Having said that, but I think there's a gap again. Now, if you can see this, it's frame over.
Yes, and it's not just about laying the snooker, is it? It's about laying one difficult enough that your opponent struggles to hit it.
Well, he's playing the swerve. The danger there was the in-off. He didn't want to come off the side cushion to hit it because, you know, there was also a danger going off that way. But he survived that one. Well, again, I don't think that was an attempt at a pot. It was trying to get him behind the pink there. Now Liang can just cut this blue in. Just medium pace. Don't have the white flying around the table. That's the last thing you want to do. Doesn't look too chipper there, does he?
Well, they'll have every reason to look a bit glum. If he does lose this frame, it'll be the 4th in a row. Things were looking pretty comfortable at 9-6. Anything but at 9-10 behind. If indeed that is what it is to be. But we've seen so many frames in this tournament already turned round from the snooker's required stage. Happened to Stuart Bingham 4 times.
Should be over now.
It's been a long frame, but it's been another very profitable one for Liang Wenbo. 4 frames in a row, he now leads for the first time at 10-9. Ding Junhui was looking very comfortable after the first session of this second round match live here at the Crucible against his compatriot Liang Wenbo. 6-2 up, but now 10-9 down, behind for the first time. Liang winning 8 of the last 11 frames. He's played some great snooker, fearless potting. He's looked super confident. He's knocked in the big breaks, including that 130 last evening. And now, after a very lengthy frame, he has edged in front of Ding Junhui, just 3 frames away from a showdown with his very good friend and mentor Ronnie O'Sullivan. And of course, they have played in the quarterfinals here before, the Rocket and the Firecracker. It was way back in 2008, O'Sullivan winning 13-7. Could we have a rematch at the same stage? Well, Ding will certainly be feeling the heat now because he knows his opponent is playing exceptional snooker. He's lost his lead, and it's Ding's turn to play catch-up. Are we going all the way? He's got that feel about it at the moment. Will Liang begin to tighten up in sight of the winning line? All sorts of possible permutations, and you won't miss a ball live with us here on Eurosport 1. One of the great Crucible occasions. The only man looking really relaxed is Olivier Martille, now referee. Ding having popped out along with Liang for a comfort break. Liang back first, still looking very positive, and no wonder. Deserves great credit for the way he's turned this around. Over on the other table, by the way, of course, it's the first session of the second round match between Stephen Maguire and Rory McLeod. Maguire took the opening 2 frames. Wonderful reception for Rory from this packed Crucible crowd.
Thank you. Frame 20. Liang Wenbo to break.
And that match continues right now on Eurosport 2. They're playing the first 8 frames. This, the final frame before the final interval. It's one that Ding Junhui badly needs. It's now 3-0 to Stephen Maguire, by the way, in table 2.
And the way he's played the cue ball there, he didn't play the pot, just played to rattle it, take it up the table. Very difficult for both players to take the cue ball down the table with that red weighting. Well, I'm not saying this could be a little bit too early. I just wonder if we might be heading for a re-rack here. They keep the white at the centre and the pack. Just those two reds down the other end of the table which are the problem.
Re-rack? Re-rack.
You were spot on, Mike. That's the end of that, so we'll try again for the final frame before the mid-session interval.
Well, I just thought it was bound to happen with those two reds down there. It wasn't going anywhere, was it?
Ding deep in thought there, wondering how that 4-frame cushion that he enjoyed, helped by a couple of excellent century breaks, has disappeared before his eyes. Well, the answer is the quality of Liang Wenbo's snooker, and not just the way he's played, but his approach, I think. He's just been so positive. He's been fearless. He's gone for his shots more often than not. He's got them. That outrageous red that he potted a couple of frames ago.
And in amongst all that as well, looking at Ding in the chair there, we're talking about Liang Wenbo, of course, and it's been quite restrained, Liang, in the session this afternoon. Early on, a couple of frames, first 2 frames, there's a couple of pots that he could have taken on. He chose not to. So he's playing, you know, apart from that outrageous red that he's knocked in, he's been playing some good quality, mature snooker here.
I think once again we're seeing the influence of Ronnie O'Sullivan, who's worked closely with him this season.
Frame 20. Liang Wenbo to break.
So we try again.
Of course, the winner of this match will play Ronnie O'Sullivan in the quarterfinals. I wonder if Liang come through, would he give him any advice? Probably not to pot too many.
Well, of course, they played in the Masters, didn't they, in the first round, and what a dramatic match that was. Liang had a short-range black to knock Ronnie out in the first round. Missed it, and the rest is history.
Couldn't believe that. I mean, he was only a couple of feet behind it, just off straight. And like you said, you know, Ronnie's out, and then finishes up winning the tournament.
He's had that cough throughout the tournament, Liang, but his snooker is in rude health. Every frame has huge significance from here on in, of course it does, but for Ding, I think this is particularly important because he'll really be under the cosh if he's 11-9 down. Not much margin for error from there on in.
No, I don't think he's enjoying this at the moment, but he's got to stick in there, of course.
I'm sure at the outset of this final session, if you'd said to Liang you'll be 10-all at the interval, he'd have taken it. So if he can win this one as well, that would be the icing on the cake.
That's a huge mistake. Has he got away with it? Well, he's of course clipped the other red on the way through, and he might have done. This is one to the middle. I'm not sure about the one to the corner. Ding can't see it, so it's going to have to be the one to the middle. Well, it's a chance, but it's not an easy one. Well played. Oh, he's perfectly on the pink as well. Well, I suppose the way things have gone, as you just mentioned, for those who watch the replay, 10-all for Ding. You know, he can go into that dressing room and regroup.
And that was an impressive red from Ding Junhui. It was harder than it might have appeared on your screen. Delicate touch required. Now, can he build on it?
Just going for the mini bot on the end of the cue. Yeah, especially that he hasn't had a lot of table time over the last 40 minutes or so. Gone too far with that one. Well, unless this one passes the black, I thought he played on the one above it, the middle one of the three.
7.
Now, does this go? Must do. No. So he's out of position. He's taking this on, trying to hold for the black. Well played. Hello, hang on. Ah, it's okay. Just put them in position for later.
That was another gutsy pot from Ding. And now, the red, having failed to drop into the green pocket, just a handy
50.
Safety valve in case anything goes wrong down at this end. But two really good pots already at the start of this break.
Well, I mean, that one there, I mean, it wasn't easy. And just look at the action he got on the white as well, just down the black. That was a super shot. It really was. And it could be a frame winner.
$16. Yeah.
The World Championship synonymous with the long frame matches, but of course if Ding wins this and they come out after the interval, it's effectively a best of 5 for a place in the quarterfinals.
$23. $24.
Just landed a little bit straight on this black. Oh, that kicked. That was a kick. He's played on the red to the left middle. It's completely stopped. Well, that red will now come into play. Just watch this. Bang. Jumped off the spot. The cue ball stopped.
31.
No, you could play one onto the other here and still stay on the black. No, decided to play it direct. Slow down.
32.
Well, he's on the blue, but I don't think he played there. I think he played between the brown and the green. And he's hampered. No, he's playing the snooker.
Ding Junhui, 32.
Ding with the advantage then in a crucial frame for him. Just their 5th meeting, which is something of a surprise, and Liang has won 3 of the previous 4, albeit that they've been over the much shorter distance of 7 frames. Ding having beaten Liang in the first round here a few years ago. This, by a country mile, their most significant meeting to date. A lot of mutual respect.
The spider? Long spider?
comes the telescopic spider.
Goes without saying that he's got to hit the right one. Otherwise,
shorter.
Otherwise, he'll be leaving everything on.
And again, a bit of yoga required here for Liang.
Foul and a miss. Junhui 4.
Looking to find the gap. Anything else? He might have left things on. Is it going back?
Back.
Yes, he'll be delighted to have another crack at this, because he could easily have left Ding with an easy red there.
Yes, and Ding just saying to him there, well, that's where I actually want the white. Can you put it there for me, please?
So much at stake and so much tension out there, but it's great that players can still share a bit of a laugh to break the tension.
This way. Okay, Ling.
Once again, got to get the right contact here. Tell you what, doesn't look bad, you know. Doesn't look bad at all. Oh, that will do nicely. Well played, sir.
The first was a sighter, and having just slipped past the edge of the green, he couldn't have played it any better.
Well, this is getting boring, Phil, all this safety.
Well, I was just going to say, the pace has slowed pretty dramatically, hasn't it? But it's to be expected. Things are getting serious now.
Absolutely. Understandable. More so from Ding's point of view. 10 apiece as against 9-11 down at the interval. Well, they're lined up, but it's a bit risky to take that one on. Should really be looking to put the cue ball on the top cushion behind the black.
He's not averse to the odd risk.
Yeah, but just look at the distance between them, Phil, and he knows he'll be leaving another one. Can't see him taking that on, not at this stage. Looking at the one into the corner pocket. Not bad. Well, it still had to be potted. Just caught the middle bunt there. Hard work at the moment. If it doesn't catch the pocket, it was bound to be on the green or the brown. I mean, he still has the green here he can take on and bring the white down this end of the table. There's reds available to corner pockets and the left middle especially. But at this stage, he doesn't look like taking anything on. Well, if Ding had a bit more table time or what have you, Phil, a bit more confident, I think he would have taken that green on.
Remember, he's lost the last 4 frames in a row. He's desperate to win this one, and he doesn't want to take any risks.
Well, if the red had gone in, that would have been a bonus, but he won't be happy that he's collided into the green on the way back. Trying to put Liang in some trouble, and of course now, Liang can play one even better.
Rory McLeod, by the way, needs 3 snookers to avoid falling 4-0 behind against Stephen Maguire at the first interval on table 2. Coverage on Eurosport 2.
This is looking tasty. This is looking tasty. Oh. Well, what did I say? I mean, that's the difference. If Ding doesn't catch the green, he wouldn't have been able to play that. But what a shot.
Little shake of the head from Ding. His session is not going to plan at the moment. 37 in front. If he doesn't get this right, that lead could quickly disappear, just like the 4-frame advantage he has, or had, vanished.
Well, actually, I don't think that's too bad.
Strange, isn't it? Because Liang has done most of the scoring on the resumption today, and yet it's the best part of 25 minutes since she potted one. Last frame was a lengthy tactical battle in the end. This one has been pretty long as well. It's still a long way from being over. That's a very good pot with the rest.
Yes, at first glance I thought Ding might have got away with that. But he hasn't landed on the colour. So he'll be looking probably from the yellow to put the white in behind the green. Surprised he's playing the blue. I suppose in some ways he wants to bring it into play. It's fair enough. Understand that.
Blue ball.
Interval time on the other table.
Wenbo 1.
Stephen Maguire leads Rory McLeod 4-0, but as we know, that was the deficit that he trailed Judd Trump by in the first round. And the rest is history, even so. Great start for Maguire. Coverage on Eurosport 2.
As quietly as possible, please. Thank you.
Well, this is looking good here. It's Ding's turn to get the white in behind the bulk colour. Well played.
Foul. And a miss. Ding Junhui 4.
Well, he obviously touched the brown there, Liang.
Well, I don't think it helped that the mobile phone went off. A message coming through just as about to hit the cue ball.
Mobile phone at the Crucible? Never. Very clearly moved off its spot.
Back.
Luckily for Liang, he hasn't left anything for Ding, so he'll have another go. 40 points the lead now, but still bags of reds left. This session has ground to a halt.
Thank you.
Well, would you believe that? That is unbelievable to find the gap.
Yeah, that won't be going back. So a chance for Ding to draw level.
I mean, you could stand there all day and try and play that again, and it wouldn't happen. It does mean, though, Ding's bang in here to capture this 20th frame. Well, that needs to slow down. Slow down. Where are you going? Blue to the middle.
Not as straightforward a colour as it should have been, though. These are tricky. Not much of the pocket to aim at.
Yeah, and he likes it to be a little bit straighter so he can get on the right-hand red here. Might still be able to do that, actually, just dropping it in. Still have the left-hand one. Played it well. And, of course, the black only available to one corner, so putting the blue back on its own spot has helped. Well, at the moment, it's looking like 10 apiece.
And what a session we'd be in for after the final interval, if that's the case.
Becomes a best of 5. Oh, hello. about to say, it
Junhui
becomes the best of
6.
5. I hope he hasn't done any
Liang
damage
Wenbo
to the
4.
tip.
From there.
Well, what he has done is given Liang a lifeline in a frame that it looked as though Ding was about to clinch there before the miscue. We've seen him do it a few times in this tournament. Did it in the first round against Junhui Liang and actually managed to pop the red in the process.
Yeah, and somebody asked me a question about that. If he'd have jumped that red and hit another one, say on the side cushion, it's still a foul because you jump in the intended red. It doesn't matter what have you hit. I remember days gone by when the late great Alex Higgins used to play a clever shot. If he couldn't get through the bunch, what he used to do is lift the butt of the cue up, but he's potting the red, but then he's bouncing the white over the pack. That's a legal shot because he's already playing his intended ball. Very clever that. If he couldn't get out, he used to just put a little bit of topspin on and bounce it over the pack.
He liked to do things differently, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he was a genius, wasn't he? God bless him.
Not the best from Liang. This is another chance for Ding, already 46 in front.
Well, surely he can put this frame to bed now here.
He's really had to dig in, Ding Junhui. He's been outplayed in the second half of this match.
Nicely played.
6.
But he's never for a moment lost his composure in spite of the pressure that Liang has applied. And now a golden opportunity to restore parity.
Well, he might play the 3 reds. He might play the one that's nearest to us. Just stun into the other 2. Leave the pink to the middle. Yep, he's playing the middle one there. Well done.
7.
.67 remaining. So one more red.
13.
Liang will need snookers. And how he's had to battle to get this frame on the board.
Well played. He's had to be patient
14.
here as well. Well, it was the best of 25. Now it's the best of 5.
A test of nerve now as much as skill. Who is going to be able to handle the occasion better as we get towards the winning line? Extra insurance with the pink disappearing. Now 2 snookers required.
20. Ding Junhui 20.
No surprise to see Liang come back. It's a long shot to turn this frame around, but it is just the 2 snookers, plenty of reds left. He might change his mind now, though.
Yeah. Foul. Ding Junhui 4. Frame conceded.
That's the end
frame
of the penultimate mini-session of this enthralling second-round match. And it's all square at 10 frames all. Opponents, because they must be thinking, well, if you're going to start potting those, I might as well go home. As it is, it's 10-all and all to play for. The first of 13 to face the Rocket for a place in the semi-finals.
Thanks very much, guys. That's great.
Well, I mentioned before they went off for the little break that it was the best of 25. Now it's the best of 5. Who's going to come through this one then to take on the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan, in the quarterfinals? No more intervals, of course. Straight through to the end. I suppose that's the quickest way of getting the cue ball back to ball. Possible plant here, right to the pink, and you can hold for the black. That can be made. Well played. He was hoping just to move 1 or 2 of those away from the black spot. It's okay. It's got this red in the middle, and I think he can hold for the pink as well. In fact, I think the pink goes to the left corner. Just drop this in. It's like he's stunning it to hold for the pink.
9.
Well, a great early chance here for Liang in this 21st frame.
$15. $16.
Well, there's lots of reverse side on the cue ball there, but he hasn't managed to get the right side of the pink, so through the brown and green with the cue ball then. Well, that's very good.
22.
He's got all the shots, this boy. No doubt about that.
$23.
Black's available to this right corner. If he's got the angle, he can stun over, but he can hold. Well, he's dead straight, so he can hold for the pink again. The reds here are nicely split just to pick them off.
$30.
Well, Chose to go down for one of the bolt colours. No, look at that. He's got a coup power. He's just got a fraction too far because he wanted to stay on the black. Now he's going to have to go down for the green again, I think. Well, he's been up for this match, this session, Liang, since the first ball was struck earlier this afternoon. He wants this. He's playing well enough to win.
$34.
Just get on the right hand red of the 4 there. Unless he comes down the right hand side of the table. Didn't hit that very well.
$37.
What can you say? I know it's 10-all, but he's oozing with confidence.
Yeah, gutsy stuff.
Bravo.
And you need plenty of resilience to recover from a 6-2 deficit.
Well, he's having a go, Phil, isn't he? Just mentioned that he's just from the first ball this afternoon. He's been on it, really.
I think he's thoroughly enjoying the challenge.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
43.
He was never going to be fearful of playing Ding. He has a huge amount of respect for him. All of the Chinese players do. Ding, of course, has blazed a trail with the calibre of his snooker. 12 ranking titles, multiple UK winner, Masters winner, and last year's world finalist. But equally, Liang has won 3 of their 4 meetings. He knows how to beat him. But to beat him here, with a quarter-final place in the offing, is a different proposition.
Yeah, and it would be a nice one to have on your CV.
46.
Just overdone that slightly. He still has this red near the black, though. But in his potting, might be able to drop onto the pink here. Oh, look at that. That's bang in the middle.
47.
Didn't touch the sides. Well, I'm not quite sure what he had at that interval. Would have want some. Probably went to the practice table. Who knows?
Well, I think the 20th frame was a must-win for Ding. 11-9.
53.
Might have been too big an ask. And equally, I think Liang will have been philosophical about losing that one, because 3-1 in that little mini session would have been the goal. He achieved that. And he's still looking
54.
super confident. When he's enjoying himself and feeling good about his game, he buzzes around the table, doesn't he?
Certainly does. And when he's in full flight, he's a joy to watch.
60.
He's got all the shots.
61.
This is the kind of snooker that landed him his major title to date. The English Open, of course, beat Judd Trump in the final convincingly. One of the most memorable celebrations when he got over the line. Dancing around wildly, but who could blame him?
68.
It was a big moment. Because until you've landed a big one, there's always that doubt as to whether you can, and
69.
he proved to himself that he has what it takes.
Well, he's come out here after the interval, firing on all cylinders.
76.
We had a couple of lengthy frames before the interval. This one has flown by. It's already over.
Well, it's just a question of how big this break will be.
84.
Can he make the ton? Would be nice.
85.
Hit 130 last evening.
85.
No century, and he looks disappointed, but he'll actually be delighted with that quick-fire 85 to get back in front at 11 frames to 10. Proving that favouritism. But since then, Liang Wenbo has played much the better snooker and is now in front for the second time, and more importantly, within 2 frames of the quarter-finals. 11-10. Look at that determination etched all over his face. Not the best break-off, though.
Nope, offered up an early chance. Going to put a red out there, make sure you get the white to the cushion.
Eight. Nine.
Tell you what, Phil, it's getting really interesting now, isn't it? Especially if it goes 11 apiece.
It's a real test of Ding's resolve with Liang playing as well as he is. Not much margin
16.
for error anymore. And we're looking at a guy who came all the way through qualifying to the title match 12 months ago. And had it not been for that edgy start to the final, who knows? He was 6 frames behind before he really settled in against Mark Selby. Twice got back to within a single frame before Selby eventually saw it out. But he knows what it takes. And to be a world champion, you have to come through the tight battles like these. It's all about producing your best when the pressure is at its greatest.
25.
Well, he'll be going into the pack here with lots of backspin, and the way the set, he could be pushing that red towards the right corner. Not bad. Not quite as intended, but he has this one to the centre, and I think as we watch the replay, he's hoping to come back off those to hit that one fuller. But this one into the middle, and I think he's got the angle just to get back for the black here. So if he pops this one in, you'd fancy him to win the frame. It's all blacks, Phil. It's still all blacks. Here we go.
40. 41.
Ding's highest break at the Crucible is 138. He's made a 136 here this week. I'm sure the only thing on his mind right now is getting past the winning post in this frame and drawing level again. And once he's done that, well, who knows?
49.
It's all blacks, Phil.
56. Thank you. 57.
Well, to make a 147 at this stage of a match this crucial would be something quite remarkable. But there's still a long way to go.
Yes, the priority, of course, is to make sure that the frame is safe. He's played that well. That's a beautiful shot. We're talking about analysing Ding's game the other day, weren't we, in his cue ball control, his practice routines and stuff, and he very rarely gets the wrong side of a ball.
65.
As good as anyone in the game in terms of getting that cue ball exactly where he wants it almost every time. So 75 left.
72.
Yes, this to make the frame safe, and then just a little matter of the maximum.
And I'm sure if this black disappears, his opponent will be cheering him on.
Yeah, I would think so. Could have done with a little bit more angle on the black here. He's going to go into them. Needs to hit the left-hand one of the four, about half ball. Push another one out of the way, that'll be perfect. It's all about the contact. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. He's gone the wrong way and he's landed on the cushion. Well, he can't get to the black with the red to the middle, but he can certainly try and pop this one into the corner and run through the other one.
Only 67 left, so it's just a question of how big this break turns out to be for Ding. And he tried to get on the black. He tried to get on the black. He can smile about it. No 147 for Ding, but much more importantly, he's level again at 11 all. James, nothing to choose between them. Ding Junhui, who was eyeing the 7th maximum break of his professional career just now, eventually missing, having potted 10 reds and 10 blacks, went for a very adventurous red at full pace into left centre and saw it stay out. There you go. That would have been a shot of the century if he'd potted it and got on the black. And he can smile about it, and that's because the frame was won. And what an excellent response from Ding, Mike, to hit straight back at Liang, who's thrown some seriously big punches at him in this match, but he's standing up to it.
Yeah. And the cannon into the four reds wasn't as intended. I thought he would go for the left-hand one, just got too much spin on the white.
Thank you, frame 23.
The right-hand one, finish on the cushion.
These are way to break.
But now, it's the best of three. Could it become the best of one?
Well, we haven't had a final frame decider at this championship yet, have we? It's about the only thing we haven't had. Oh, I tell a lie, of course, Marco Fu. That seems so long ago now. He was 7-2 down to Luca Brissell and won 10-9, but that's the only one we've had. Quite unusual, actually, to just have the one. We could have another one here. Liang Wenbo continuing to go for it at every opportunity.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, he's been quite restrained, actually, in certain parts of this session, but if he gets wild and starts leaving them up like this, you could find it a bit sticky. But Ding still has to punish. Yeah, well, all of a sudden he's got it back together again. They're starting to go in.
Yeah, it helps when you've just made a break of 80 and you're in full flow with a red like that.
Well, I think perhaps he's come through his bad patch in this session. He's got it all back together. I think, as you mentioned, Phil, I think going into that interval 10-all and just having that 15 minutes or so to think about things, I think that was more favourable for Ding than it was for Liang.
By the way, you may have heard a huge roar just now from the other side of the Crucible curtain, and that was for Rory McLeod belatedly getting on the scoreboard. Oh, Ding's missed that one by quite a margin. 5-1 now to Maguire against the guy who knocked out Judd Trump in such sensational fashion. How costly will that error from Ding be?
One. Eight. Nine. Sixteen. 17. Twenty-four. 25.
Side door.
Thirty-two. 33.
Well, whatever he takes on here, pink or black, is going to be tough. And the pressure's coming on now. He's looking at the pink.
So far, he's looked pretty immune to the pressure, but can that last?
Well, I think he's got a slight angle on the pink to be able to come off the side cushion for that red in the opposite corner. The pink will go onto the blue spot. But, well, this is tough. Especially from there. Well played. Oh. I mean, it made that look easy, and it wasn't.
Another fearless pot from the English Open champion.
Yeah. 39.
And that really does send a very strong message to Ding. I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to get over the line.
Forty. Blue ball. Give me a moment here.
Well, the blue has to go this side of its own spot, right next to the pink. Just take a few moments to get this right. Liang has this red to the left middle. It's got a bit of a gap. He might be able to just stun through that, actually. Just needs to go a little bit more to the left as we look. It's got to be as close as possible to that pink without touching.
Thank you. 45.
This is another big shot.
To the left middle. No. Well, I thought you had the one to the other one to the middle, actually.
That was a very tough pot, and it was risky. He's left it.
Well, the thing is, I don't understand why he played the blue instead of playing the pink the previous shot, Phil, because he knew that he was going to take a bit of time putting that blue back where it was, and it wouldn't have happened with the pink. It would have just been respotted on the blue spot. And all that time taken up just putting the blue there, it might have broken his concentration.
He's declared, I think. Ping ball.
A chance for a counter-attack then for Ding Junhui. 43 behind, but plenty of reds there.
Could have played that better. I think he's okay, though. I thought he was hampered at first, but you can get the cue in there.
Eight.
Pink's available here. There's the back red as well to the right corner. Yeah, that one does go. So straight down the left-hand side here. Always trying to go into them. Well, I'm not sure about that shot choice.
10.
Don't know why he didn't just play on the red and get on the black to split them.
Stretching ball.
Of course, thinking clearly under extreme pressure is another skill that a snooker player must possess, and it's much easier said than done.
Yeah, I suppose he was trying to get them open early, Phil. That's the only reason, isn't it, really? Mind you, it's not finished yet. He's not finished yet.
Oh, that was a terrific pot. It really was. Made it look easy. And, of course, it was anything but. Well, both of these players just giving it everything. No quarter asked or given. Like a couple of heavyweight boxers moving into the final couple of rounds. What a spectacle they've provided.
Yeah.
Certainly have.
18.
Another one we did earlier today, John Higgins and Mark Allen. They're up this evening to a finish. That was great stuff from them as well.
Yes, Higgins, who was 5-2 down at one stage, will resume 9-7 in front. Not a snooker to be played in that one.
19.
But Higgins did look awfully good in the second session.
He's underhit that.
26.
This red is still on, but it's taken the cue ball away from colours. Might have to go in and alter bulk here.
$27.
Well, he nudged the brown, but still on. Well, he was hoping to be on back
31.
red, and I don't think he's landed. No, he hasn't. Not landed on that one either. So that, well, he can see the back red, actually. It's okay. It looks pretty much a guide to pot it.
Junhui 31. Thank you.
Well, he's covered the one over the corner, but he'll be annoyed with himself that he didn't knock that in, because if that goes in, it's frame over. And I don't think Liang can get to... Well, he might be able to. Yes, I think he can. That goes.
And there's nothing safe. One good pot here, and it could be Liang one up with 2 to play. Things are really getting tense now.
Yeah, what a chance that was for Ding Junhui. Oh, this red will go. Perfect. Floated it into the black. Well done. He knew that he was probably gifting the frame away there if he missed it.
One of those where if you get it, it looks like the frame goes your way. If you miss it, Ding leading 12-11.
8.
But now Liang with a golden opportunity to put himself within a frame of one of the
9.
best wins of his career. I'm not sure many people gave him a lot of hope at 6-2 down after session 1, but how he has responded since then.
$16. 17.
Yeah, that was the key ball. Only 27 left. 30 the difference. And Ding Junhui, pre-match favourite, last year's runner-up, is going to have to win the
23.
last 2 frames to avoid a round
25.
of 16 exit here at the Crucible.
$28. $32. 37. 43.
Ding still looks cucumber cool out there. And his snooker has been outstanding. He's a frame away from a famous victory, leading 12-11. The final as a qualifier last year is on the precipice here. He's got to win the remaining 2 frames to deny Liang Wenbo, who's played one of the best matches of his life. Some really terrific snooker under extreme pressure. He's played with freedom. He's been fearless. He's attacked at virtually every opportunity without being reckless.
Thank you. Frame 24.
He struck the balance perfectly,
Liang
and that
Wenbo
is
to-
why he's on the cusp of a great victory in a showdown with O'Sullivan. But this is far from over. Liang needs 1, Ding needs 2. Neither player taking a backward step. Very tough red, but it's run safe.
had a look. I had a look. Foul.
Wow.
And a miss. Junhui 6.
Well, the miss has been called, but actually, where this white is finished, Ding might put him back in from there. He's checking that now because he had a path out.
From there?
He's asking him to play from there. Yeah, this is more difficult, actually, to get out perhaps the ball than it was before.
One.
Ding first in then, in a frame he has to win to keep his world title dream alive.
Yeah, well, he can still do it from here. Can't afford any more mistakes, though. I think he's just about got there.
6.
What a cracking match this has been. And still is.
Seven.
This guy will be giving his all here. You can be sure of that. Lost in the final last year, of course, but he knows what it takes now. How to pace yourself to get through to the final weekend.
$11. 12. $17. 18. 25. 26.
Well, I suppose in some ways, Phil, very fitting that we might be going into a decider.
It's a match that certainly deserves one. Liang Wenbo would beg to differ. But it has been tremendous entertainment. The standard has been sky high throughout. It's going to be a tough loss for whoever does finish on the wrong side, because they've both played some great stuff.
Just lost the white there a little, though. He's got the one through the gap to stay on the black.
31.
Not happy. He played on the red that's nearest the pink spot. The adrenaline is flowing. Well, I bet he wishes he could have that one back again. And then played a little bit better. Red to the right middle. played and nicely held for the blue as well. I mean, how well did he strike that? Big moments.
$38.
Well, he jumped through a couple of hoops here, Ding, but he's back in good position now. In fact, he wanted to be dead
42.
straight on this one, actually. I think he's just off. He might have to go back for the blue again. I just thought he was got that cue ball under control, but don't think he can get through for the black. We'll have to come back for the blue. No, it's too much angle for the black.
44.
And now he's got to negotiate the bulk colours. Got a little bit of the brown there, but didn't affect the angle for the white.
Kick by the looks of things.
50.
Well, now we play this, Philly. I'll just get underneath this red, cushion first, get it out the way, and stay on the other two. It's possible. It's like playing ball striking. I'm just trying to get the cannon on the pink here. Push it into a better spot. Well, definitely played the cannon, didn't play the white there. He's gone away from them slightly, and of course with the pressure on, you could miss this.
Red and the high value colour still needed.
Fancy him to get it.
58.
All of a sudden, it's come back together.
Nerves of steel. That's what it's all about at the business end of a match of this magnitude.
Yes, nerves of steel in the city of steel.
Ting has now potted one more ball than Liang
65.
in the near 24 frames we've seen. We're going all the way, folks. What a match it's been.
66.
And we've seen a few this week already, but this is up there.
$73.
Well, we've already had the one-frame shootout this season in Watford.
Don't think we'll be putting the shot clock on these two, though.
I don't think we'll need to.
No.
81.
A couple of lengthy frames before the interval, but apart from that, it's just been sparkling
82.
break building at a pretty furious pace.
Well, you just saw a quick shot of Liang there in his chair, just preparing himself for this decider.
89.
And if this match is anything to go by,
90.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, whoever he plays, has got a match on his hands. Both Liang and Ding in tremendous form.
Easy game.
Ding made 2 century breaks in carving out that
97.
commanding 6-2 early lead.
98.
And he's ready to make the third one right now. The crowd absolutely lapping this up. Tremendous match.
107.
And a nerve-shredding decider is in the offing.
$110.
But what a response from Ding.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
114.
Doesn't get better than this, Phil, does it? Really?
119.
It's a match that has got better and better.
Certainly has.
125.
There'll be a roar for this black.
132.
Sensational snooker from this pair, and we're going all the way. It's down to one frame at the Crucible. Championship quarterfinals and a meeting with Ronnie O'Sullivan, winner earlier over Sean Murphy, 13-7. It's been just the most brilliant snooker all the way through. And both players have played their part. They've both been in great form. And someone's going to go home very frustrated because they'll have played a magnificent match and ultimately have nothing to show for it. But it really has been something special to savour, Mike.
Yeah, certainly has, as you mentioned there. Somebody's going to be massively disappointed and somebody's going to be massively elated, I should say. And with the challenge to take on, that is Ronnie O'Sullivan in the quarter as well. What a day to have a ticket.
Yeah, you could hear a pin drop out there at the moment. It really is the most special, the most unique atmosphere in snooker. The crowd can go wild when they see something special, and they've seen plenty of examples of special snooker in this match, but equally a deathly hush when it's required. A handshake and we're ready to go. It's sudden death here at the Crucible.
25th and deciding frame, Ding Junhui to break.
And it's a good one. Six and a half hours these boys have been at it, and I'll tell you what, it's been a privilege to do as well. Ooh. Now then, I think this red just passed the back. Well, the other one does anyway. There's two reds on there. Could that be a big mistake?
We often talk about the fatal double kiss.
Well, that picture, I thought the straighter one went actually, but this one does. He's missed it. He's gone wide. Well, at least he's blocked the pocket. Although, having said that, there's one below the pink that goes. That's a plant. Well, no. Again, sorry, look at the overhead camera. It looked like that one went, but it doesn't. Now, that's a plant, but can he see enough of to hit the first one without catching the pink? Well, he thinks he can. It's very tight. He might clip the pink on the way through here.
Yeah, and you don't want to be taking any kind of risks this early in a deciding frame at the Crucible.
If the cue ball was another 6 inches up the table, it wouldn't be a problem, but it's landed in just a spot where he's got to contact the first red perfectly, and I'm not sure whether he can see enough of that. Ding was a little bit lucky to cover the pocket with the other one. Well, I think he's no, doesn't like it.
Well, if you don't like it, Liang, for goodness sake, don't take it on, because it's not worth the risk at this stage of the frame.
No, and of course he's got to cover the one over the corner as well if he plays the safety. Like I said, if that white was an inch to the right or an inch further back, I think you could see this.
Rory McLeod has his second frame. Stephen Maguire's lead cut to 5-2, hence the hubbub next door, but over here, all eyes on Liang and his shot selection.
Again, if that first red was a fraction to the right, so he could take it on and make it, then fair enough. But, well, here we go. This is the third time he's been down to it. Well played, but he's lost the white. And he still has a problem, this red over the corner.
Concentrating fully, as he had to, on the pot there.
And I'll tell you what, Phil, with this red over the corner, he might just take this black on, you know. He's already been down the table to look to see where he can put the cue ball and cover that red. Here we go. I thought he might have a go at this with that red there. Make sure the black. Now then, 4-ball kiss on the yellow would be ideal. That's not bad. Well, the thing is,
8.
if you knock those in a deciding frame, the best of 25 of the World Championship, you deserve what you get.
Yeah, this is very straight, though, this red. It's not an absolute gimme. Good cueing required. And that was very good cueing.
Well, I think he struck it too well because he's finished dead straight on this black. He wanted some sort of angle. Look at this. But there is a red just below the pink that goes to the centre. Can't see quite yet what sort of angle he has on the black. Well, he didn't have much, but at least he's gone out for a red. The problem
16.
he's got now, in potting this one, he's going into other reds. I don't know whether he can sort of force the cue ball through the pack here to possibly get onto the black. Wow, this is massive. Absolutely massive. Well, that was nearly a foul shot. He nearly went over the red.
Well, that was a rush of blood.
Liang Wenbo, 16.
He swung his cue at that one, and my goodness, what a result he's had.
Do you know, I think that was sort of a half missed cue, Phil. Watch this.
Look at the
Thank
follow-through. There was a bit of body swerve in that one, but it's not a bad result. It could have been a whole lot worse. And Dean can smile, a rueful one.
Well, if we get another replay of that, that was definitely a miscue. Yeah, he's played one. That's beautiful. He did have the room to get the white back to the ball cushion. Can we make this one the best of 33, Phil? It's that good, isn't it?
No, I want my dinner.
OK, then.
Don't think I can take too much more tension. You can't take your eyes off it, though. It's been terrific, and we still don't know the winner. Coming up towards 7 hours of match play. That was such a risky red, my goodness. You've got to admire his guts, his mettle. He must have been certain it was going in, but it hit the jaw. And what can Dean make of this?
Yeah, I suppose he was looking at the situation, Phil, thinking, well, how am I going to get out of this? He chose to attack.
The pace he played it at.
Yeah.
This is a big opportunity for Ding. He knows it.
The problem he's got with these two reds, he's got the one in the middle, but the problem he's got here, he might be just as sort of hitting another red on the way back, and this could go wrong. It could run out of position. I mean, you'd like to take this one to the left corner, but of course there's that red near the top cushion that's in the way. On the other one, he could be hitting the red on the way back. Just put a little mini butt on there.
Nearly did himself an injury there.
Well, I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay.
They say it's not a physical sport.
I think the foot slipped.
He's not the tallest, Ding. He really is stretching here.
And of course, you must make sure there's one foot on the floor at all times.
Well, just as well he got that kiss, because he'd have been nowhere if he hadn't. As it is, the black goes.
Well, I thought he's done well there to get around that red. Still pressure on this, though. He's just landed a little bit high on this black. Well, it's all about concentrating on the pot here and let the rest happen. Well played.
Eight.
Well, the way these two boys have played, Phil, I'd like to put both of them into the next round.
Nine.
A test of nerve as much as skill now. But Ding looks very calm, very composed. He knows this is
16.
his chance to book his place in the quarterfinals once again. My goodness, has he had to work for it. Liang powerless, can only sit and hope for an error.
Very close to that red under the waistcoat.
16.
Well, there you go, look. To 7+ hours, 12 all, 26, sorry, 16 points all, I should say.
He couldn't have given any more
21.
to this match.
You never know.
22.
There could be another twist, but I don't think there will be one. Not from this position.
$27.
Ding taking his time, which is absolutely the right thing to do. Make sure there are no silly mistakes.
28.
Just stunned between the red and the pink here for the right-hand red. Bang in the middle.
$35. $36.
Well, he's only 20 points ahead. So there's still a lot of work to do. But it's Ding in possession.
Now what we don't want is a kick
42.
of some nature.
Penny for his thoughts.
$43.
It's landed a little bit straight on the blue, but no real problem. Just drop this in for the left-hand red. Just leave it fairly straight, then you can hold for the pink. Well, he's looking pretty cool at the moment. Ding Junhui, he's a cool customer, of course. Oh, well, that was a kick, but at least it ran up.
48.
Not asking for the cue ball to be cleaned. He's in the zone right now. Doesn't want to burst that bubble.
Yeah, doesn't want to break up the rhythm.
49.
33 the lead, the black makes it 40. Still needs a couple of reds here with colours. Which way will he go here? Red to the middle, it's fair enough. Well, anything but straight on the pink here, he's fine. He can play on
56.
choice of reds, really. What a match this has been. Like I said, it's a pity. I'd like to put them both through, but it can't happen.
$57.
Now, there's a choice to be made. Which red does he play on here? Just past the pink for the one near the top cushion. Yep. Anything but straight. He's got some angle on this. Now he needs the red and the black. He could have done with a little bit more angle here. He might have to force this in. Oh, straight. Well played.
63.
Well played.
Sure.
It's been a very calm, cool, composed contribution from Ding Junhui. He was given the chance after Liang took on a risky red and played it for position. Having missed it, he left Ding in, and this is match ball.
Well, kept his concentration together there beautifully because there was applause from the other table. Well, what a treat these two have dished up for this Crucible crowd here this afternoon. It's been wonderful. And this to really seal the deal.
Ding Junhui, 70.
Not over quite yet, but Ding has 1 foot in the quarterfinals. It was a terrific break under the most extreme pressure, but it's just the one snooker.
Oh, hang on, the white's going in and he's pushed the red over the corner. I think it's all over.
There's the handshake, and what a lovely embrace, and what a match these two have produced. Liang still finds a way to smile. He must be desperately disappointed. He gave it everything. A brilliant display to come back from 6-2 down, to put himself within a frame of a famous victory, but Ding Junhui showed nerves of steel, and what a classy break.